Hello everybody, what's up? Good to see y'all again. Back for more Metal Gear Solid 4 action. And by action I mean probably walking into a hut and then triggering a 25-minute cutscene, but yeah, that's just how this game rolls. So thought I'd open the stream a little bit, the pre-stream, with some Burning Rangers theme song. Japanese version. There's an English version of it. It's alright, but it's just one of those things where, at least from what I've seen so far, it depends on which version of the song you've heard first that you like. And I heard the Japanese version, so I like that one better. But enough chit chat. Let's get into it. There we go. All right. So, unfortunately, I am still kind of stuck with my slowly breaking down PlayStation 4 controller. So, yeah, it might be a problem. It's like up, down, left, right. Those work just fine, but we start going into diagonals. That's where it starts having an issue. Okay, let's see. Good, still popped up. Excellent. Whatever it is, the PlayStation 3, it has an issue where if the resolution changes, like when you first start a game, and HDCP is getting stripped out from a splitter I have, it can sometimes crash the stream. So I had to keep an eye on that on the preview window I have, and it looks like it came up just fine, so that's good. I have 7.1 surround sound headphones. I should probably try that out to see how well it does. First, a full surround sound setup, which I cannot currently do in my very, very tiny room. That's alright. No, I've never seen the mission briefing. I have no idea if it's just like a wall of text, or if it actually replays like the beginning part before you start the mission where you're on the jet. So let's find out. Okay, so it looks like it's the pre-mission loading, like pre-mission briefing, where you get to roll around the ship with the Mark II if you choose to do so. Watch Sunny not be able to cook eggs, which is the simplest culinary task that most people can figure out in their lives. Alright, so we will skip this. Oh no, I have to skip it every single time. Okay, so nothing new there. Because like Metal Gear Solid 1, if you loaded up a save, like if you had turned off the system, came back and did a load, it would actually give you a wall of text telling you kind of the story so far, or like what you had recently been through, to kind of catch you up to speed if you could remember, or if it had been a while since you last played. So the last time we played, I'm in South America, I'm trying to find Naomi Hunter, and we learned that Vamp is alive, and that Decoy Octopus is, or not Decoy Octopus, whatever the Octopus Beauty and the Beast core person is here doing. Decoy Octopus. No, that's still not her. That's still Metal Gear Solid 1. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Vamp's running around with some weirdo, when Vamp is a weirdo already. So it's kind of an oxymoron. And I'm trying to get to Naomi Hunter before something bad happens to her, and I'm fighting with rebels against this PMC that's in the area, and that's pretty much getting up to speed. And we also learned last time that that Rose from Metal Gear Solid 2 is in this game. She is your psychological counselor, and she is the worst doctor on the planet who recommends and tells you, encouraging you to smoke cigarettes. Technically, T. Wallace, you probably could because it's a lot of alcohol, but here's something you can do. If you don't have NyQuil handy, but you have Jägermeister, you have NyQuil. Just take some Tylenol with it. It's the exact same thing. It's booze, and it tastes exactly the same with Tylenol. It's going on, Solveron. So, let's see. There's actually a gun back here I can pick up I forgot to get last time. But it's going. More of the visual novel. But yeah, I mean, pretty much you'll overdose from anything you drink while playing this game, to be honest. I mean, lots of things will kill you for it. You can die from drinking too much water. And a lady did, years ago. Back when the Nintendo Wii was super popular and people couldn't get their hands on it. So, some radio station decided, you know what, we're going to have a contest. Drink a whole bunch of water, and then don't pee. If the longer you go, the better chance you have of winning a Nintendo Wii. And this lady died. Horrible, needless death because of it. I mean, like, they had, like, nurses and doctors calling in the radio station saying, this is dangerous, you can kill people, this needs to stop right now. And they laughed it off and said, no, whatever, you don't know anything, and the lady died. And they got sued, and yeah, it was not good. Yes, well, Sunny learned to cook eggs. That is the true story of Metal Gear Solid 4. Well, maybe she can get, like, nanomachines that will teach her how to cook the eggs better? I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Nanomachines, via the war economy, will teach her how to cook eggs, finally. That's our only hope. I'm trying to get Naomi in order to teach her how to do it. Why is my stress going up? Well, I mean, running is stressful. It's exercise, and it's your body's way of telling you that it's terrible and you should probably stop running. Yeah, exactly. Why is it going up from just running around? Well, thank goodness, though, we have the world's best doctor ever, Rose, who has told me and encouraged me to smoke at all times to lower my stress levels. I kid you not, if you were not here for the last time I played this game, Rose told you to smoke. Surgeon General's warning be damned. Dude, I get stressed trying to open up jars, and I'm like 37. But of course, technically I have the body of like a 75-year-old man, so that's not really too surprising. Also, when those young kids start walking through my lawn, those whippersnappers. Let's see, I'm going to need to save my solid eye for later, for the boss fight. Okay, see, I'm just standing here and it's still climbing up. This makes no sense. I think it's something they adjusted in a patch because I don't remember it ever going up this high. Okay, so these are bad guys. No face for you. I have to say, though, it's actually kind of realistic for a suppressor. I mean, suppressors in real life are not quiet. They just stop you from blowing out your eardrums and having permanent hearing loss. Oh man, this controller's a problem. This is an M4. This should be knocking him on his butt. I wonder if I can snipe out that helicopter. I'm landing hits on it. You can see bullet marks. That doesn't look like I can. 36 gigabytes to go. Good lord. Cow tanks? Oh, the geckos were already in the first level. I can't swim in this? Really? I can just sit there and drown. I can do that quite well. Well, people are trying to murder me. I better walk slowly through a swamp. Just a leisurely stroll. Yeah, literally, I can't... Okay, there we go. Nope. Can't climb up here. Yeah, so the geckos, or the cow tanks, were in the first level. We're gonna run to them again as soon as I get done getting to Naomi and listening to her blabber about nanomachines and how I'm dying and Fox die and war economy and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I wonder if it is... Now, too bad there's not a croc cap in this. At least I don't think there is. I really need to get a new PlayStation 4 controller, but I don't have the money. Because I've spent it on other things. You know what? I have an RPG. Ooh, no, screw that. I have a javelin. I will... Oh, 12,000. Worth it. Well, see, that's the thing. That was Big Boss. That wasn't Snake. See, that's the technicality right there. Because I'm the clone of Big Boss who had to go through that river of dead people. So that's the technicality right there of how I get away with that. I have a feeling that's going to fall on my butt and I need to run.
This is HQ. Suppressing fire! Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Oh, I like this thing. Well, they don't see me, so...
Back up!
Back me up before you go-go. Oh, but I really want to see what's in these huts. Man, that frame rate is tanking. There's got to be good stuff in here. Come on. Ooh, they can shoot through windows. I'm learning new things. Yeah, it's like there's no penalty to going like non-lethal in this game at all. There's no incentive not to. And that's the entire thing that's kind of weird about this game, is that it pays to run and gun. It's really more action-based. I'm just gonna sit here and smoke a while. And they forgot about me already. That's good. Well, see, the thing about Batman, though, it depends on which Batman you're talking about, though, Solveron, because what if it's Frank Miller's Batman? Because Frank Miller's Batman was the one who abducted Robin, made him survive in the Batcave by eating rats. He also shot people. He had guns with lethal bullets. Not rubber bullets, but lethal bullets. The Batmobile was also a tank. It was a very terrible Batman that did not last long underneath Frank Miller, thank goodness, because he just kind of destroyed everything. He's like, oh, here's the established lore for Batman. Well, now he's a psychopath murderer who shoots everybody. He loves guns. Yeah, exactly. It's that you can do stealth, and the next level forces stealth upon you halfway through the game. Pardon me, but it's like you really... There's no need to do stealth at all in this game. Except for that one. Well, that's the thing, too. Everyone's like, Batman's really good. He doesn't kill people. And Michael Keaton's Batman didn't kill people. Yes, he did. Especially if you go back and watch Batman Returns. He sets, like, 2 thugs on fire. He burns them to death with a Batmobile's exhaust, the jet engine. He fires it on right, like, when they're standing right there, and they're literally fully engulfed in flames. So, he does kill people. Originally in the comic, like way back, like in the 40s or so when Batman was invented, he also killed bad guys too. He'd either shoot them with a gun, which they quickly got rid of, or he would like break their neck with a kick. It was quite savage. I didn't really like Michael Keaton as Batman. I didn't really like Batman franchise at all until the Christopher Nolan films. I thought those were the best ones, in my opinion. I just felt like the other ones were just too campy. And then, of course, you had Joel Schumacher, who just destroyed everything. I mean, it's like, my brother is, like, I have 2 younger brothers, okay? One is 3 years younger than me. He grew up at the same time. We have the same type of memories and experiences. That's not a problem. My younger brother is 15 years younger than me. We adopted. My family did. So he missed out on a lot of things. He is purely a millennial. He was born in 1997, okay? So he did not know... The only Batman he really kind of knew about was the new Christopher Nolan Batman movies that he saw, and I took him to see him in the movie theater. He had no idea about the Joel Schumacher travesties that occurred. And holy crap, I am dropping frames like nobody's business. Let's see if that comes back up. Okay, looks like internet dipped, but fortunately I was on the screen ranting, which I'll get back to the game in a second. So my brother had no idea about the Joel Schumacher abominations against humanity. So I got the Rift Tracks version of Robin and Batman and Robin, and I made him and his friend watch it. After 10 minutes, they were like, "Oh God, is the movie over yet?" I'm like, "It's only been 10 minutes. You got another 2.5 hours to go of this." He was like, "Oh my God." He had like no idea how bad it was for the longest time till Christopher Nolan kind of came in and saved the Batman franchise, brought it back. Because I remember being really nervous when Batman Begins came out. Because I hadn't really seen much of the trailers. We were still kind of going, I don't know. Batman franchise is kind of, eh. Yeah, that's the one, Batman and Robin. That's the one with Bane and Uma Thurman chewing the scene, like the scenery, every single scene she's in. And, no, that was... Oh, okay, actually, yeah, then you said the one with Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. That was The Dark Knight Rises. That was the third of the Christopher Nolan trilogy. But, like I said, I showed my brother the Batman and Robin from, like, 1997 that killed the Batman franchise for 11 years. And he was just in shock. He was like, "Oh my God, this is a god-awful movie." It's like, yeah. He had no idea. So, my friend at the time, Jason, and I was living in Arizona. We went to see... I took him to go see the movie with me, because I usually took my friends out with me to go places, movie theaters, whatever, just to have something to do and get out of the house. So... we sat there in the movie theater, I'm watching, I'm like, this movie's pretty good. And as soon as the credits started to roll, we both looked at each other and said, "Okay, Batman's back." It's like, we were like, it was like a sigh of relief. We're like, thank God. Well, I would say Adam West is definitely the best Batman, just based on principle. So, I mean, he's got shark repellent. But I remember, though, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people were the same way, that when they announced... Oh, he's a PMC guy. Okay. I thought it was one of the rebels. But, no, George Clooney did not ruin Batman. Joel Schumacher ruined Batman. But I remember when Heath Ledger was announced as the Joker. I'm like, the guy from 10 Things I Hate About You and A Knight's Tale? Really? I was like, wow, this is gonna really suck. And I have never been more happy to be completely wrong about anything in my life. I tell people this, like, honestly, like, I was completely wrong about that. And I'm pretty sure other people were, too.
The rebels have got an armored dozer.
So, I mean, you think it's like, why would you pick him for that movie? And you see his version of the Joker, you're like, oh my god, this is insane. Oh, shit, that was a good guy. My bad. Oh. Killed over. Let's get out of the way here. I don't know, I didn't really like Jack Nicholson's version of the Joker. I mean, he was more kind of like classical sociopath behavior from him. He did kind of nail that part down before Heath Ledger just like stole the show and forever pretty much changed the Batman, like the Joker character. I saved him by shooting him in the head. That's exactly right, Solveron. You all saw it. I saved him. You're welcome. Just take a nap there. You're okay. You're good.
Naomi's lab is somewhere inside those mansion grounds. Proceed immediately. Infiltrate the place and find out where she is.
She's actually not inside the mansion. She's behind the mansion. But yeah, like Heath Ledger's Batman, or not Batman, Joker was just mind-blowing. I actually watched the entire trilogy again about 2 months ago. And I have to say it was kind of interesting because Batman Begins was kind of like the most comic bookish of, you know, it seemed like more comic booky versus the other ones, and like the tone got a lot more serious for the Dark Knight, which of course is where you had Heath Ledger as the Joker, and then Dark Knight Rises with Bane and Catwoman and everything else. But the first one was like the most comic bookish. It was like the most lighthearted. You had some really corny lines from Commissioner Gordon. But they're not bad. I mean, especially as far as origin movies go, you could do far, far worse, like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, which actually I liked those better than... gosh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I like those better than the Tobey Maguire Batman, and I know that's a controversial statement because a lot of people liked Tobey Maguire as Batman. I didn't like those. Not Batman. Good lord, Spider-Man. Can you tell my drugs have kicked in? For my painkillers have kicked in? Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I was not really a fan of those movies. I didn't think that they were that good. They were barely passable. I was just more spent on, oh god, my life sucks. I have a hot girl I like. I don't know what to do. It's like, oh god, you're Spider-Man. Be cool. Be awesome. Yeah, but I don't think there's anything that could have really saved Catwoman, to be honest. But I do like the fact that Halle Berry went to accept her Razzie in person. And she joked about it like the entire time, and that is awesome. You know, if you can laugh at yourself like being in such a terrible movie and just laugh about it, that's great. Okay, so I do need to go inside. I think, because there's a path you can crawl through. I think you do have to go inside the basement. Like I said, it's been a while, but I'm trying to remember it. I think that might have been the second one. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, they were entranced by, you know, the stucco on the wall. That's a good paint job there, Bob. Why, thank you. I hope nobody comes and shoots me in the face while I'm staring at a wall. So where'd that bullet come from? Oh yeah, a broken window. Okay. Got grenade.
Cover! There's too many of them! Kill them all! Below
Good job. Take a break. I say, if you notice me like running around and kind of jerky, like I say, it's unfortunately my PlayStation 4 controller is breaking. The DualShock is on its last legs for diagonals, so that is unfortunate.
Understood. Stand by. Sending reinforcements now.
She's in that building over there. I need to figure out how to get into it. And I remember there being a hole or something to crawl through to get over there. Aha, there we go. This is what I was looking for, a basement entrance, because you can take a underground route underneath the wall to get over there. Let's see, is there anything I'm missing in the corner? Yes, ramen noodles. Dude, that's low. I mean, I like nuts, but I mean, that's just rude to eat all the cashews out of a mixed nut can, and if it's not your can, like if it's not just for yourself, it's a shared thing, then yeah, that's like, that puts people on like the hit list. Like Billy Madison hit list. Yep, I think you would be completely justified in that case against homicide. But that being said, I have a big, large container of cashews. I don't really eat nuts much anymore. I used to really enjoy almonds, but unfortunately, ever since my weight loss surgery, my stomach cannot handle almonds too well. It actually causes me like physical pain and illness. It's like I just end up on the floor for like a good hour, 2 hours, just feeling really super sick. So it's almonds, a little bit of pecans, like really hard nuts do that. Cashews are all right. But like almonds, pecans are kind of the same almost for me. And then you also get into things like pancakes and waffles. Those also just my stomach cannot tolerate. Pardon me. Alright, so I think I'm at Naomi's now. Yep. It's not really allergic, it's just like some people's stomach can't handle it, because I had what's called a vertical sleeve gastrectomy done. It's basically where they remove 90% of your stomach and physically remove it from your body. It's completely out and gone. It is in a landfill somewhere, completely rotted out. Yeah, exactly, intolerant. So if I eat those things, it just makes me like really, stomach like really upset. It makes it feel like you have kind of like a stomach flu for like an hour or two. Yeah, if it was an allergic reaction, that would be a whole different story.
Uh-huh. Yes.
First person solid snake. Do a no scope 360. You can do it. I believe in you. And he cuts the corners. Goes running into the room anyway.
Yes. The next test.
Or slice the corner, I should say. Slice the pie.
I see. We're on schedule here as well.
Alright, let me turn this up a little bit. It's gonna be talking from here on out.
No. Me too.
I know. Do you think you can get buttons that work? Uh-oh. She had Taco Bell. Or Golden Corral, I'm not sure which one it is. But I've seen that before. Usually after both of those places. Possibly. They do, like,
Naomi.
the Beauty and the Beast Corps do that. Like, after you kill them, they, like, kill them, quote unquote. They start walking towards you, trying to get you.
I knew you'd come.
Alright, here comes the flashy bits.
You and I, neither of us can escape our fate.
I'm just waiting for the X prompt to keep hitting on the screen so I can flash weird stuff
I
up.
haven't seen you since Shadow Moses. How long? 10 years?
Like that.
9.
And Dr. Emmerich, is he with you?
Is he still wetting his
Why?
pants in closets?
I thought he'd be the only one able to open the mail I sent. Not many people could recognize 4D sound data in a Soliton radar file.
I'm afraid to ask now, Ronnie.
How is the good doctor?
Otacon's fine. He's the same as ever.
Still whiny.
Otacon? I see.
By the way, you can
Just
see,
talking
like,
to.
there's the boss right there through the
Liquid.
window real fast.
Although I suppose he's really Ocelot, from a medical standpoint.
I thought he was here.
And there she is again.
He's not,
Everything's fine.
at the moment.
Where are all the guards?
They know I won't escape. I'm powerless to resist.
Why is your shirt
No choice
undone?
but to cooperate.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. Naomi did, actually. I think Naomi did earlier in the game. I could be mistaken.
Naomi.
Johnny craps
What
himself.
happened in the Middle East?
What you saw was the soldiers' emotions run amok.
Another product of the system.
You don't trust me?
Not sure yet.
And
Cheap
if I
hot
answer your
roast.
question,
Let's hear it first.
Liquid. We thought the SOP was an ID control system designed primarily
I
to
feel like, hey man, do you want to go to
maintain
Golden
order,
Corral?
control,
I'm like,
and
no,
balance.
I don't want diarrhea today.
And we were right. But only partially.
Street heroin. I could use some of that.
SOP had another function.
Yeah. I can trip.
To control people's senses. The nanomachines inside soldiers' bodies adapt to different conditions.
Well,
promoting
if
the
you're
release
playing the
of
drinking game,
neurotransmitters,
drink every
hormones,
single
and
time you hear
stimulants, giving them an edge
nanomachines.
in battle.
Let's see, what did I put the
They
rules
can
for
create
him
an
in the
artificial
title?
combat high by releasing
Nanomachines or
endorphins
war
at the
economy.
same
Those
time
are the drinking
soldier
things,
kills
so you
an
should be
enemy.
dead in the next 5
Or
minutes.
they can suppress hormones to neutralize the soldier's emotions.
I don't think your liver
prevent
will
them from
survive this
panicking or
experience.
Engaging in friendly fire or needless massacres. It's all controlled by the system's core AI. It artificially controls the soldier's pain, emotions, senses. In other words, the essence of his being. The skyrocketing demands of the war economy have
Yeah, I've
fueled the
never heard of
demand for
Chuckarama.
more
It must be
soldiers
something
and
local to
more
your
fighting.
area.
This in turn led to
Could
the
be.
development of technologies to rapidly improve their combat abilities and control their actions. The
So
system ensures us
Chuckarama
to
makes
be
you
supplied
like do
battle
things in
optimized
a
soldiers at a
bathroom?
minimum
I'm very
cost.
confused, T. Wallace.
But you, of all people, must understand, Snake.
I mean, the food must be
Unlike
really
combat
good then.
technique, a soldier's senses can't be taught. They must be earned through
Be like
experience.
Shokugeki no Soma,
Does this have
just like
something to do with
ending
that
up in the
test
bathroom
of
instead.
yours?
The goal was to release the soldiers'
Really?
nanomachines from the
Driven
system,
story generator?
but we didn't
that
know
out.
about the mental control.
And the nanomachines went berserk.
No. Our test was a success. At least it confirmed our hypothesis at the time. Just as we predicted, the nanomachine stopped functioning, and the PMC soldiers were freed from the grips of the system.
That's
The moment
.org
the
is what it
system
is.
stopped, all the pain and fury and sorrow, all the trauma and stress, all the hatred, regret, guilt, all the sensations that had been suppressed were unleashed within their hearts. Their memories, unlike their senses, weren't erased. Each enemy soldier they'd killed, each lost comrade, each threat of violence against the innocent, every act of war they'd committed was etched firmly in their hearts. In suppressing the user's mind, the the nanomachines exact a heavy burden on his heart.
So basically delays
The
PTSD
user's
if you're
body
inclined to get
rejects the
PTSD
nanomachines.
by a little bit.
This reaction must
So that's
then be
basically what
suppressed
happens.
with
He flips off the
drugs.
nanomachines and everyone
While the
suddenly
user
develops
knows it,
PTSD,
his
which some
mind
people
is in
do not
complete
get
shambles.
PTSD. I am one of those people.
Snake.
It's like I
Remember
am a
Frank?
functional psychopath.
Frank
I
Yeager.
don't have much in the way of
Ray
emotions.
Fox.
Things do not bother me at
They
all.
twisted his body for their experiments
And I've seen
nullified
some
his
pretty
broken
screwed up
heart
stuff.
with nanomachines. SOP has taken it even further and applied it to living human beings. The sins of war these soldiers carried inside them returned to assault them in the form of unimaginable shell shock. The meaning in the system may have changed, but the battlefield hasn't. Until that point, war was like a game to them. And then suddenly, reality came crashing down.
Yes, I'm an android with like severely
Ordinarily,
malfunctioning, breaking
our
down
hearts are
parts that
hardened through
nobody feel like
experience.
fixing.
Even the most grizzled veterans live with an inescapable guilt they've had to overcome bit by bit through the years. And even then, it never truly goes away. For a mind lacking that essential experience, it was simply too much to bear.
Undocumented. That's what you can do there. Like, oh yeah, I was reaching for my cigarettes. It didn't give you the prompt to do it. That's great.
What about me? I've never been under the system's control.
That's why I want to examine your body. You need to know too.
And then I want to rock your body. To the break of dawn. No, I didn't scream at all.
All right, Snake.
I love cheesy
Undress.
FMV games, and Resident Evil 1 is full of it.
Snake, what's gotten into you? Hurry up.
Diabetes, or, excuse me, diabetes. I need more Quaker Oats and Matlock. Oh god. So. Yeah, like how she's a medical doctor and she's freaking out like, oh my god, you're old.
Snake?
Remember, like, in the first game when she was trying to actively murder you? This is what she's freaking out about? Some old buff guy? Really? Dude, I would, like, pay money to look that jacked.
Right, let's just get this over with.
Yes,
Oh god, you're so
of course.
handsome.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's just got aging spots. I mean, he's literally, his body is dying and she's freaking out. But in the first game, she was actively trying to murder him. Kojima screwed things up again.
Snake, do you remember what I told you in my video mail?
Hey, Snake, you remember when there was an active war outside this building?
The ones you stuck me with at Moses.
Yes. The nanomachines are recharged by your body heat. They won't stop functioning until they're all extracted. Or until you do. Most of them were lost through bleeding and excretion, but around 30% still remain inside your body, attached to your cells. Not finished yet. The first generation were
lower.
never ID registered, so they don't react in the same way as the SOP nanomachines. Ready? But they may be interfering with your body and with your heart.
So, does the aging have something to do with Fox diet too?
No. Your telomeres were intentionally set up to be short, regardless of the age of the original. One of the genes that inhibit reproduction and aging, the Clotho gene, was intentionally mutated as well. But more importantly, your chromosomes, like liquids, were provided with Terminator genes to prevent them from making copies.
Why?
I'm a
Your clone
T-800?
was created for one purpose: war. And so, in order to prevent you from being abused by clients or stolen by the enemy, they shortened your lifespan and removed your ability to reproduce.
So why were they
It
worried
was a
about
safety
that
device
when
to
you're just a
ensure that the
clone? They
seed
can
of
make
Big Boss
many of
didn't
you.
end up in the hands of others.
Just another thing
The
that doesn't
reason
make sense in the
you're aging so
story.
rapidly
You know, we didn't
isn't
want you
because
to
of
possibly be
disease,
used by other people.
faulty research, or fox die. It's how you were born. It's your natural lifespan.
But then you're like, you're literally a clone of Big Boss, so they can make as many of you as they want. So that makes, just making you have a short lifespan makes zero sense whatsoever. Alright, so I'm about to hit a boss battle. Let me turn down the main volume because it's going to get really loud real kind of quick with gunfire. Yes, would you like to save? If I don't save, does that mean I don't die?
The truth, Naomi. How long is my body gonna hold out?
Your cells, blood, organs,
I give you
nerves,
6.
skeletal system, muscle tissue.
6 months?
Every part of your body
Minutes.
is aging rapidly. An ordinary man wouldn't even be standing by now. Snake, the only thing keeping you together is the strength.
How long do I have to live? I'd say about
How
20.
long do I have?
20 years? 15, 14, 13.
Half a year.
Hey, half a year's not bad.
Don't.
What, are you afraid I'm gonna get cancer instead? Oh, wrong topic.
Snake,
She's got cancer.
there's something I have to tell you.
I have the big K,
what?
cancer.
You and I both know your body is approaching its limit. But when I said half a year, I wasn't talking about your lifespan.
What do you mean?
We can't get rid of the fox dye in your body completely.
Yes. I need those cigarettes,
At this
woman.
point, it's circulating within
I'm
you
not
like
vaping.
a normal virus.
Yeah, so?
Listen to me.
I'm having a Nick fit, come on.
Fox dye only kills its victims when the infected person's genetic code fully matches the genetic sequence programmed into the virus's receptors.
And like I said before, if you can do that, you have
In other
cured
words,
cancer.
It only
Literally.
attacks targets with specific genes.
I know. That's what killed the AT president. And Liquid.
Yes. And at the same time, it's set up to protect those not designated as targets from the virus's harmful effects.
Excuse me.
Here. I'll show you.
Found
The
this
receptors
test
on the
monkey,
fox
some
dye
guy named
inside your
Drebin.
body are breaking down.
I'm sure he won't mind me
The
doing
rapid
experiments.
aging process is changing the environment within your body. As a result, the virus is starting to mutate. The viruses on the left are fox dye in its original form. The ones on the right I took from your body. They're already mutated. The receptors, they're wearing down.
Meaning?
This mutated version of fox dye could activate even if the infected person's genetic pattern doesn't perfectly match the receptors.
So now I'm a walking plague
Which
potential.
means the virus is becoming indiscriminate about what type of target it kills.
Which means if anybody comes
Ever
close
since
with me, I
Shadow
can
Moses,
straight up murder him.
Fox dye has been breeding continuously in the nanomachine colony inside your body and dispersing into the air. But there are no more targets to attack, so there haven't been any more outbreaks. However, if the receptors continue to wear down, it'll become a killer virus that attacks untold numbers of victims.
Remember, Naomi did this.
What if we kill them all? Remove them from the body?
There are no antibodies either. I don't know what percentage of the receptors have to break down, or how many people will be targeted.
So
when
she
that
developed a
happens.
deadly virus that is able to specifically
certain is that
target
people will begin to catch
specific
fox dye through
DNA, like I
airborne
said, which would cure.
transmission.
You'd have the ability to cure cancer at that
It'll
point,
start with those
but she has
closest to
no
you.
way to stop it or cure
Then,
it.
One by one, they'll
She
lose
is
their
both
lives.
simultaneously the smartest and dumbest
The part of the virus
scientist
that
on the
distinguishes
planet.
between individuals will start to break down in about
Half a year.
no.
3
months
weeks.
at the most.
Oh, 3 months, even
3
better.
months.
Ironic, isn't it? You've spent your entire life saving the world from Metal Gear, from nuclear annihilation. And now, you're becoming a doomsday device yourself.
So you're saying I should go to Disney World? Or a mime
I can't
convention?
predict exactly how devastating the epidemic will be. Whether just 1% of the human race could unlock the broken receptors, or whether we all can. In either case, 3 months from now, you'll be a walking biological weapon. If it were up to me, you'd be quarantined already.
It's not over yet.
I know. You still have a job to do. You have 3 months. Still enough time to think once all of this is done with.
Yeah.
And if
So I'm in a clown
Rachel's death
college.
first,
I hate clowns.
will that stop Foxdie from spreading?
Well, the thing is that, like, when you get infected, it's not like
When
a
the
zombie
host
horde.
dies,
It's like they just fall over dead from
virus
heart
dies with
attacks.
it.
This came out like 2008, which is before like DLC got in full swing of things. Ah, Flavor Town. These things are great.
Snake, tell me one more thing. Have you been to a hospital lately?
Yeah.
While you were there, did they give you an
Oh, he
injection?
did. It's called Metal Gear
Don't
Solid
they
5.
always?
Take a look at this. These came out of your body as well. It's a new strain of Foxdie, one I've never seen. Someone must have put them in you recently. Do you have any idea who?
Him.
The new Foxdie strain is starting to multiply rapidly.
What's in it?
I can't say for sure. I'll need to do some more tests. Here, take this. It contains the same substance the soldiers' nanomachines secrete inside their bodies. It's a drug that inhibits the nanomachines' ability to regulate the senses.
They're extremely fragile. Don't drop them.
Nanomachines inside the body malfunction
shoot a gun
when the
around
system
them.
interferes with them. It triggers a reaction in the body, which is why you're having the seizures. Give yourself a shot whenever they get bad.
I'm having seizures? What? What? When did that happen?
It's potent, so use it sparingly, unless you want to end up an invalid. It may restore your psyche for a short while, but use it too often and the amount restored will start to decrease. I've been a fool. I let myself drown.
Well, it's
in
been
my
rumored that
nanomachines.
Konami is
I'm
working
trapped by
on
them.
possibly redoing Metal Gear Solid 1.
You said yourself we mustn't allow
But yeah,
ourselves
4
to
would be
chained
interesting.
to
I'd say
fate.
put it on PC, because you could crank up the frame rate definitely.
I can't slip free.
Yeah. It's like Rose would be like, just mainline it like heroin right into your veins.
Then all
While
three of us
smoking,
go.
just do both of them.
Where's Liquid?
I can't tell you yet. Not until you free me.
Do we know?
Liquid left here last night.
Where was he headed?
Those are my terms. I can't leave this place of my own will.
What are you talking about?
I'm being watched.
Gee, do you think he could have said that 3 hours ago before he started doing all these medical tests?
Liquid has altered his plan. Removing the system will only cause his army to collapse from within. So he's chosen to seize control instead. Liquid's objective is to hijack the SOP system. He'll use it to create the ultimate army of perfect soldiers and launch his insurrection against the Patriots. There's a name for his new plan.
Yeah,
He calls
exactly.
it Guns of the Patriots.
They heard about all my
Guns of the
embarrassing
Patriots.
flatulence?
This place isn't safe. Come with us. This way.
You're shooting like a $100,000 CAT scan machine. Druggies! Time to turn down the volume a little because it's gonna get pretty loud.
Octo camo.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. Yeah. Side effects causes progeria. Oh, oops. Who would have seen that coming?
You're surrounded, Snake. You'll have to break through to go after Naomi. Take out those enemy soldiers and clear it.
Alright, so I need to equip. Get rid of the javelin for now. Let's see. Yes, definitely need this M60. Yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. My favorite Captain Obvious of all time was John Madden when he was like doing commentary for football. He would just say the dumbest things. I mean, I swear it's like he played football without a helmet for years. No, you see, the point of the game is like if one team has more points than the other team, when the game is over, then they win the game. Good job, John. It's a good thing that, you know, all the football games are making you the money. Let's see. Solid Eye. Night Vision. There we go. Let's talk loudly about this. So she should be showing up pretty soon. That's a dead body. Where are you at? There we go. Okay, they wanted me to kill the frogs first. should be pulling the trigger and shooting like crazy, but I'll stand here first out of pure curiosity.
People suffering.
For me.
People hurting. People dying. It's all so fucking hysterical.
I think that's the first F-bomb ever dropped in a Kojima game.
Laugh with me.
Why did you put me on the operator? Put me back to the M4 game, come on. Turn around, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot she shoots these like really slow moving missiles at you. Guess they're doing a Rambo yell too. Only with the M60 though. Come on, start moving, Snake. Hear the bombs somewhere. Oh man, I really need... I hate saying this because it's like I'm a 37-year-old man living in my parents' basement, but maybe my mom can buy me a new PlayStation 4 controller. Yes, and I know how freaking pathetic that sounds too. Probably. She might. Wouldn't surprise me, really. Oh, look, it's Jesus. The quote tool, get off your cross, we need the space. I think she disguises herself as, like, the anatomy figure in here as well. So this is why night vision is very important in this fight. It really helps out a lot. Oh, I saw her. I can't walk fast enough to get her.
Come here.
Why, it's Otacon. I should definitely go see him. Need to finally reload. Oh, jeez. At the worst possible time. Oh, okay, did not see that there.
Snake.
It's another mimic. Watch out, Snake.
Thank you again, Captain Obvious. Dude, not cool.
Snake.
Really? 2 hits?
Die. No, Snake.
Well, that is lame. So guess what? I get to get through this whole fight all over again. Hopefully with the frogs already dead. Yes, good. Okay. Interesting though, it's like when you go into night vision mode, the frame rate increases. Yeah, usually sometimes they'll turn into this statue over here trying to mimic it instead. Well, yeah, it's basically, it's an M60, which is what Stallone used in Rambo Part 2. So, and he'd do like the yell while shooting it. So that's what it's an homage to, is basically Rambo screaming as he would shoot his M60 in the Rambo movie. No, you don't. Come on. I don't know, I gotta reload. Oh yes. Yeah, so it's actually on purpose, but my recommendation, actually, my favorite of all the Rambo movies are the first one and the fourth one, the last one. First one is basically, it's about a guy who's got PTSD coming back from Vietnam and just flipping out. You know, he basically has a flashback while he's being harassed by local cops. Breaks out of jail, and this local jerk sheriff keeps trying to hunt him down. The colonel shows up, he's like, listen, this guy, you know, he's a trained killer. I trained this guy. He's going to evade you. He's going to screw up everyone who comes after him. Do not piss him off. Just let him go. We'll find him like 2 weeks later down the road. Hitchhiking. We'll pick him up and we'll deal with him then. And the guy's like, no, I'm the sheriff. Rah, 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 rah. And he basically gets like the entire town blown up. Then Rambo 2. Rambo goes back to Vietnam and wins the Vietnam War again for us. Good for you. Rambo 3, Rambo defeats communism, kind of like Rocky 4 did. But I will say this though, let me turn on the volume real fast. Like, Rambo 4, no, Rambo 3 was amazing in the ending. It's him and the Colonel. Rambo's got his M60. The Colonel's got his AK-47. They're looking at 1,000 ground troops, 5 tanks, and 3 Hind D helicopters. The Colonel stops, looks over to Rambo, and says, what do you want to do, John? Rambo looks back at him and says, fuck him, and just starts shooting, and they literally wipe out the entire Russian army. It is so freaking comical. And to make it even better, the movie was released 3 weeks after Soviet Union broke up and fell. That it collapsed. So at the point of the time, like, they were like, should we release the movie? We're like, yeah, we might as well do it anyway. We shot and edited it. So, oh, they're fun. They're comical fun. The last one that came out, Stallone's training to do a Rambo 5, actually, believe it or not. He's 72, I think, and he's training, you know, he's lifting weights like crazy. Hitting steroids too, I'm sure, but Rambo 4 I thought was pretty good. The director's cut, which is actually Stallone was the director, there was multiple takes for the movie. The theatrical cut Rambo is more of a jerk. You don't really understand him and sympathize with him. He's just mean constantly. But then if you see like Stallone's other version where they have the other takes that he used and put in instead, he's a lot nicer character, a lot more relatable, and I do recommend that version instead. But enough ranting about Rambo movies. Let's get back to murdering this laughing octopus. I think she's imitating Jesus somewhere.
Snake, come here.
Definitely don't shoot me. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. It's not too hard to get me sidetracked. Oh, wrong time for a reload. Hi there. Pretty much, it would work.
Snake.
Naomi? But why? It's another mimic.
Wow.
Watch out, Snake.
Otacon's super smart. There we go, and dead. Now, if you take him down non-lethally, you get camo, and I think that also like unlocks some kind of weird like camera posing thing. Like you whip out a digital camera and you can take shots of the girls posing, because there are actual models, I believe. They're either models or members of a pop group. I can't remember. It's been 10 years.
I am an octopus. An eight-legged beast. These tentacles are beyond my control. Their will is the will of the battlefield.
I'm sure that's fine.
Funny. So funny. It's all so funny. No. It's not funny. Nothing is funny. I shouldn't be laughing.
I feel like I should be pulling a trigger and putting a bullet between her eyes.
The truth is, I'm not laughing. Not laughing at all.
Ew, I got it on my hand.
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm scared. I'm really scared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe we should talk to Rose. I got some cigarettes you can use. I mean, she really endorses them.
So sorry I laughed. I'm sorry. I won't laugh anymore. I can't.
Oh, you have PTSD? Have you tried smoking?
Want to.
Crystal meth, I heard, is perfect, too. There goes, smell you later, lady.
Snake, she's shed her suit. Who knows what she'll throw at you next? Watch out!
Let's try something. Also save. I'm not sure if it's going to save after the fight or not. But we'll see. It might, because I mean, the portrait showed her there, so... Yeah, pretty much. Lady, do you know how much glass you're breaking? This is very irresponsible of you. Oh crap, I've run the wrong way. So Jim Cotta! Sorry, I'm going to keep shooting in the breasts. In the breasts. I remember the next one I have to fight being more of a pain because it flies around the sky. Is there like any day in the Metal Gear Solid universe that isn't weird stuff like this happens? So now I can up my camo index even more by putting on the gimp hood. Was that her, or is that my dementia?
Yo, Snake, looking good today.
Drebin, what do you want?
That's cold, man. And here I was about to tell my very best customer about face camo.
Face camo?
That camo skull cap you just picked up from Tentacle's shell. It utilizes the same kind of technology as your octo camo suit. Using the two together can get you even better results. I'd hang on to it if I was you.
Doesn't fit. It's not my size or shape.
Yeah, looks like it could use a bit of tailoring before you can sport it. Not my line of work, but... ain't you got a buddy who specializes in that kind of thing?
He seems like the type.
Somebody's done their
A
homework.
nerd who keeps fighting himself.
Is my job.
Is that the real reason you injected me with those nanomachines? To spy on me?
I prefer the term customer data management myself.
I used to work for Activision.
Relax. It's strictly confidential. I ain't gonna share it with anybody.
Then what did you mix a virus in with the nanomachines for?
Virus?
A certain virus was detected in my body. Are you saying it wasn't in the nanomachines you injected?
Look, you do know there are other folks who could have done this to you. And besides, what would I gain from infecting you? Better for me that you're out there kicking ass on the battlefield.
Yes, exactly.
I was watching you, Snake. You're a real piece of work. Never thought I'd meet the man who could take down Laughing Octopus single-handedly. She just kept on laughing. Now why do you suppose that is?
Something in her past.
You got it. She's from a village in Scandinavia.
So now
Little
we get to learn
seaside
all about
hamlet
her
known
now
to
that
all the
she's
locals as
dead.
the Devil's
It's like
Village.
Shakespeare again.
Place wasn't known for devils, though. It was known for octopus. See, this was one of the few places in Europe where they ate octopus customarily. Anyway, there's this cult of crazies who for some reason hate the village with a passion. Then, when she was just a teenager, things get bad. These nutcases get their hands on some weapons and attack the village. Overnight, her sleepy little fishing town becomes a war zone. They round up all the villagers and execute them one by one. Except for that girl. They had something else planned for her. Something a whole lot worse than dying. Calling her the devil's child, they forced her to do the kind of thing you'd expect from one of Lucifer's own. After they made her torture her family and friends, they made her kill them. The whole time they were forcing her to laugh, howl like some sort of demon. Like she was enjoying it. What was she gonna do? Say no? They'd kill her too. So she let fear take control and did exactly as they told her. She butchered the bodies of the ones she loved and laughed while she did it.
And I filmed it. I
As
mean,
she
heard
bathed
about
in their
it.
blood, it gradually turned from deep red to jet black. To her, it looked like the ink of an octopus. The experience scarred her deep.
Snake's like,
Ever since
Drebin,
then,
where
she
exactly is the
hasn't stopped
story
laughing.
going?
Only
I have like
that ain't
3 months to live.
Why are you
You're
telling
taking
me
up
this?
too much
You
time.
expect me to feel sorry for her?
nah. I know you got no room for that stuff in your
I'm gonna
world.
die from old age before I get done with this
Besides,
damn story.
This is war. Right? In a way, though, I guess it was the right thing to do.
What was?
Fighting you cleansed her mind. All right, enough chit-chat. There's other beasts out there in them woods. Watch your back.
Cool, I did get the face camo for Laughing Beauty. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, so if you take them down, at least the last part with non-lethal, you can get their faces, which is kind of neat. Kind of weird too. You'll see when I get the ability to use it. Yeah, exactly. Golden Corral prime rib. Oh. I think I'm... should be done with the level just about. I can't remember how I exactly get into town, but it's not too much longer. Oh, that's right, I gotta track down Naomi. Forgot about this part. Oh, cool. Remembered I have night vision on.
Snake, have you lost sight of the target? Whenever something moves, it leaves a trail behind. Track and find Naomi's trail.
I'm not like Big Boss. Tracking isn't my strongest suit.
Oh, look, the
When
return
did
of
you get so
Rosemary.
good at it?
After saving Sonny, I drifted around the globe. In Alaska, a tribal elder taught me some scouting techniques.
Drifted. You never went back to see Rose?
Rose. She doesn't exist. No. Rose and I live in different worlds, different times. Her world has no place for someone like me. My place is here on the battlefield.
Huh.
Listen, Snake. Scouting is based on the principles of hunting. There are two fundamentals.
Oh, cool. That has the
awareness
Drebin
and tracking.
story
Awareness.
generator right there, number
Awareness
2. That's
refers
awesome.
to locating a trail
I couldn't
by
get to,
paying
I couldn't
careful
find it
attention
earlier.
to your surroundings.
Oh, look,
Tracking
third act.
means to
Yeah,
follow
Act
that
3,
trail.
third sum. I'm about to hit
Your
that.
target's
Ugh.
trail could be footprints, a
Hate that
branch they
one.
broke along the way, bent grass trampled underfoot. You need to feel for clues using all your senses: sound, smell, touch.
Or turn on
the
your solid
direction of
eye and
the
just
wind.
follow the footsteps.
Watch how the animals move. Listen for unusual bird calls. These are signs that someone may be disrupting the environment nearby.
You sound like a ninja.
Exactly. Ninja are the ultimate scouts. If your enemy is a skilled scout, they'll be doing the same thing. You may be the hunter, but you are also the hunted. To avoid enemy detection, move slowly, little by little. Don't disturb the air around you. Try to make as little noise as possible. Your pursuers will be doing the same, trying to sneak up on you without a sound. If you can't pick up the trail with your naked eye, switch the solid eye to infrared mode. That will enable you to see Naomi's footprints and any enemies lying in ambush.
Switch the solid eye to infrared. Got it.
But the sound it makes while engaged could end up giving your position away. So don't leave it on for too long.
All right.
Listen to your heart. Trust your senses as much as you can. And you will find Naomi's trail.
I'll give it a shot.
Snake, follow Naomi's trail and find out where they took her. What?
So I will leave you here. Just a second, I need to go run to the restroom. I'm not sure if the microphone is muted or not. Run to the restroom, grab a drink. I'll be back in about 3 to 4 minutes. And so I will play this Japanese music video on mute and play other music instead. So sit tight, I'll be right back. Yeah, let's do some Wave Race 64. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Let's see. Alright, so if you ever want to see this full video with the actual music itself, check out that link. It's one of my favorite Japanese bands, so... Oh, wrong one. There we go, back to the scene. So let's continue forward and try to find Naomi, I guess. Guess I have to. Alright. I hear somebody snoring? That was a bird.
Snake. The trail splits up into multiple directions. Look closely at the footprints.
So she, like, willingly went with him? Like, hey, trust me, I need you to walk this way, but come right back, okay? We're trusting you. No.
Looks like they split up here.
It looks like coordinates right here. Let's see if Otacon has anything to say about it. Actually, what does my psychiatric doctor, Rosemary, have to say about this situation? Snake, you haven't been smoking enough.
What do you have for me, Rose?
I'm impressed, Snake. You're keeping your psych up better than I expected.
Are you up to like a
Maybe you were
carton
right
a
about
day?
not needing my help. Snake, the gauge below your life gauge is your psych gauge.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Then you'll hear it again. The psych gauge affects the rate at which your life gauge recovers. In other words,
Listen,
how
I'm getting
fast
paid no matter
performance
what,
you
so you're
are.
gonna sit here and
It
listen to what I
also
say.
greatly influences how well you perform various
By the way, let me
actions.
know if I need to readjust
When
the
your psych
audio,
gauge is
because I
full,
messed with it
your life
before the
recovers
whole
quickly, and
laughing
you shouldn't
octopus
have any
fight.
problems doing what you need to do.
So I don't know if it's too
Remember,
quiet
your
or too
body
loud.
isn't the only thing driving your performance. Your mind is every bit as important.
Hey, I don't let my mental state affect my combat efficiency.
You may think that, Snake.
Alright, let's fast forward to her nonsense. Snake, you're only up to one
Naomi's
carton.
left a
You need to
clear
smoke
trail
more.
for you to follow. Use Ryden's.
Okay, so I guess the entire thing here is not important. It's like bigger footprints. With the smaller prints.
You think that could be Naomi's?
Pretty sure that's a sniper there too. Pretty sure it's a dead sniper.
Well, what's this doing here?
Oh, it's Otacon. Heard someone say nice. That guy really likes his book. And he died for it. Sweet, got the MP7. It was worth it. So it looks like this is the wrong path because I'm not seeing your shoe prints anymore. But, got a gun, so that's good. Let's go back. Ooh, it's a shotgun attachment for an M4. It's called a master key because it's really useful for breaching doors. Just put your shotgun up against the lock, pull the trigger, and bam, door's open. Feels like there should be like a sniper or something out here. Guess not. Weapons, let's switch out the M4. I'll leave that there. Cardboard box. How can I say no to that? Oh, I can't pick it up. I wanted a cardboard box.
Huh? That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish.
It's like maybe
Just hers.
they're picking her up. Or maybe she was over here.
Wait a minute. It's the solid eye. The sound is giving your position away. Take cover, Snake.
Alright, Saltron. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving's like Thursday, so it's a ways off. But yeah, I'll see you next time. I'll be sure to fill you in on the story when you drop in.
Huh? What's that sound? Huh?
Rose calls me. Snake, you're not smoking. Come on. We got this Marlboro brand deal. We need to get going.
It's the enemy!
Who goes there?
The enemy? What? We're behind
That's awesome. Drop their own grenade. That was sweet. Yeah, I love when emergent gameplay happens like that. Well, I shouldn't use my solid eye, but I can stand here and smoke because that definitely won't give away my position. Just trying to get my stress back down to 0 just about, and I'll continue forward. For me. No guns? Really? Come on. Chipping me on money. Ooh, gerbils. Free food.
Who's there?
Ooh, nice sniper rifle. Oh, Claymore, that's what that was. Okay. Oh, someone took the time to stack up these lovely rocks. Ah, I can't do anything about it. It's like, it'd be a shame if somebody knocked them over, but no, not allowed to do that.
I'm noticing more footprints now. Security's getting tighter. We could be getting close to Naomi.
Looks like everything's converging in here, so that seems like a good bet. Oh look, it's our buddy Vamp.
Otacon, it's Vamp. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and they're taking Naomi away.
Like you can hear somebody over the phone underneath the helicopter rotors.
We don't know what will happen.
For me.
Remember the last time.
I'm willing to make a few sacrifices.
As you wish. We'll begin shortly.
Nanomachines. Sorry, I got a splitting headache. Some geriatric old guy just shot me in the face.
Begin. We'll use his blood. It could get intense. Brace yourselves. Shots, all of you.
Yes, sir.
I'll be taking in half.
Really? Nobody can hit each other from that range? 15 feet? You said not to use them! Sting's like, forget it, I don't like needles!
It's not working. The emotional controls aren't stable enough yet.
And here comes the geckos. Feels like the initial D music should be playing here. Oh, my shattered patellas!
Need a lift?
Revan,
Get in already!
Naomi, jump! Walk.
Couldn't land on your feet?
It's gonna be a bumpy ride!
Wait, so that gate was closed. How the heck did he get in here?
Okay. Thanks.
Oh no, you have Ebola. Alright, so I can't remember if I have like a turret scene, like where I have to shoot here, but I know that there is one definitely like in the next act or mission when I'm riding around with Big Mama, aka Eva from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Snake, I'm bringing the chopper to the other side of the market up ahead. That's as close as I can get. You've got to make it to the market somehow. Snake, to fire the machine gun, stand next to it and press the action button. Then use the right stick to aim, and press the attack button to fire. Watch your aim, Snake.
Hang on! It's gonna get bumpy! Damn it!
Destroy those powered suits! They're blocking the way! Get rid of those guys, Snake!
Perhaps if it kept driving forward.
Any pain. Small arms won't do you much good. A large caliber weapon ought to do the trick.
Like the one I'm using?
Machine gun.
Otacon's a little slow. Just a little bit.
Gecko! They must really like him! Hey, do something!
Those Gecko will try to ram you. Don't let them get too close.
They try to aim for the dome to take them out. Unfortunately, you can't like aim it even further. You're kind of stuck in this backward view. Be nice if you get like an over-the-gun zoom in. Would be a lot better.
Oh, shit! Got an MTS on our ass.
The gate! Snake, shoot the gate!
And I slowly spin.
Snake, you gotta do something about that MTS.
Well, if this thing turned faster, it might be easier.
The gate! Snake, shoot the gate!
Could just ram through it, but is that really necessary? No.
Get ready for some speed. They can't get what they can't get.
Those Gecko will try to ram you. Don't let them get too close.
Out of my way. That's it, moving. Hang on, it's gonna get bumpy. Up front! Here they come! Hold on tight!
Almost there. You can do it.
Don't fall off!
My poor PlayStation 3 is just screaming in the background with this fan's going full blast. This game may not have the best frame rate, but it is really pushing the system. Alright, here we go, cutscene time.
Come on, Naomi. Stay with me.
Remember you were surrounded by geckos like 2 seconds earlier? You think it's wise to just stand there and start drinking?
Up you go. You okay?
Yep, right in time. Hey, it's a raid with Gooby. What's up, man? Playing some Metal Gear Solid 4 and get to see Raiden again, who's this time not a total wiener.
Go on, get out of here. Can you move?
Yes.
You should carry me. I don't think that was your problem. I think the problem was like your knee just got shattered in a car accident.
Here they come!
That's all good. Just saying, welcome to the raid. Good to see ya. And now we get to see, like, Raiden not be a total wiener. It's like his redemption for Metal Gear Solid 2. His Kojima's like, we heard that you didn't like Raiden. Let's make him kind of a badass. Time for some Gymkata. My poor PlayStation 3 is just screaming in the background. It's like, yeah, it doesn't have the best frame rate in this game, but it really pushes the system hardcore.
Snake, it's my turn to protect you.
What I really need to do is get my hands on some thermal paste so I can get down to the fan and replace it. Yeah, I would definitely say that this is better than the whole Bayonetta frame rate, definitely. This is anywhere, this is a variable, so it's like anywhere from like around 20 to 60, but it usually hangs around, I want to say closer to 30. Whereas Bayonetta 1 on PlayStation 3 is like, you're lucky if you hit 20 usually. It's usually 15 to 20. I love how like everyone just like, oh, camouflage, this suddenly magically doesn't exist anymore. It's like he camouflages his truck and suddenly magically nobody can see this big hulking APC on its side. I guess everybody has like the Clark Kent Superman syndrome really bad in this universe. You know, put on glasses and you're suddenly a different person. Alright, let's save. Really? Really, game? We're just gonna have a gecko just crash on you out of, like, you couldn't see it coming at you. One hit kill. It's a good thing I definitely saved.
Raiden's keeping them busy. Now's your chance to make an escape. Snake, there's no time to take out the gecko. Just ignore it. Get out of there, quick.
Run, chickens, run! I'm going the wrong way. That doesn't help. Ooh, anti-tank rocket. That's cool. I will take that. I have a javelin. Might work. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Run, Snake, run!
I'm perfectly fine. Hey, it's Nimix. What's up, Maddie? Everything's fine. Yep, I'm actually gonna be stopping pretty soon myself. And it's good to see that the javelin just totally didn't hit its target. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Just let me know what day. Whatever day you got it planned out. And the time, of course, that would be helpful too. Shouldn't be too hard. He streams a lot of times. I mean, he's kind of like me. He streams about just every day, but just at seemingly random times.
Thank you.
I don't know if he wants to do it, to be honest or not. I don't think he's really played the game in years. We'll see. It was fun having him last time.
Don't forget the Mark II.
Naomi, take care of this.
Ah,
Otacon,
gotcha.
get us out of here.
We could always try to leave in a whisper for him and say, hey,
Where's
you know, I'm trying to get a hold of you, whatever.
Still fighting.
Message me in Discord, something like that. At least that's my suggestion for it. Might help. First, trying to catch him when he's streaming.
Vamp!
It's Vamp just dancing in the streets.
Raiden.
Totally not a sexual reference with the knife in that position.
Paths cross.
Not at all. Not a phallic reference in the slightest. Him taking it out and penetrating him. Well, 3 minutes is crazy. I mean, it's like the entire process has just been crazy of getting everything, all the cuts you've managed to find on top of it. 3 minutes and almost 15 seconds faster. That's pretty crazy. Well, it's pi. It's 3.14.
I just don't fear death.
If he had the strength to whip these things around, he didn't need Snake to shoot out the cable. It's like, I will fly my way to freedom. I like him, he breaks his own neck to get out of the way. Yep, these robots bleed. It's best to just not question. Most of the stuff in this game doesn't make sense anyway. It's like Vamp. He got shot in the face. He got shot in the head in the second game. I shot him in the head again about 20 minutes ago. But the answer to everything is nanomachines. And Jim Cotta. Yeah, if you follow the drinking game outline that I put in the title for this stream, you would probably be dead within at least a good 5 minutes in any cutscene. Ah, the Yoshimitsu. A wise move. Oh yeah, it gets crazier later on. You fight him again in Act 4. This is Act 2 right now, or Mission 2. It gets even more insane later on. So it's... the entire game is just bonkers. Am I bleeding like Bishop at the end of Aliens? Well, most of my gear in the game does come from DARPA. At least plans they stole from DARPA. The organization, at least.
Boss, she got away. Are you sure about this?
It's all part of the plan.
The test was a failure, even with his code.
As I feared, it's not pure enough. We need all of him.
The PMCs we deployed have suffered brain damage. Nothing salvageable remains. Our only remaining option is to secure the original.
I know that. It's only a matter of time. We're working as fast as we can to find their hiding place. I need you here too, Vamp.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Hang in there.
Vamp. He's got to be immortal.
No, he's not immortal at all. It was my design that caused his body to be like that.
Huh? What do you mean?
The nanomachines in his body
Nanomachines!
cause his wounds to close and heal at an accelerated rate. Someone took the basic nanomachine technology I once
2 drinks.
researched and perfected it. In a sense, I'm responsible for Vamp. He's one of my sins.
Does your body have the same nanomachines?
3 drinks.
I brought a monster into this world. And I too am... Hold him down! He's losing too much blood.
Can you save him?
I don't know. He needs a blood transfusion. No, an infusion of artificial blood.
No, an infusion of nanomachines. No! War economy!
Europe.
Okay, Europe is a big place, buddy. Where in Europe? Alright, and Chapter 2, or Act 2, Mission 2, whatever you want to call it, is done. Yay! Alright, and with that... reached the end of the stream for today. I've been streaming for about almost 2.5 hours, just about. So yeah, it's been fun. Definitely thank everybody for hanging out. Ronnie, Solveron, T. Wallace, Count Gooby with the raid. Thanks a lot, Nimix. You guys are all awesome. So I should be streaming probably again tomorrow. I will probably play this again, start up Act 3 or Mission 3, whatever you want to call it. Not really sure. Ooh, that's a good point about Thanksgiving. That might be better. Well, it also gives you extra time just to double check and make sure you don't find any stray frames hanging around it anywhere. But yeah, that was a good point. He brought that up. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I'll be streaming this again tomorrow or not. It's kind of fun. I do like it, but I did also have fun yesterday playing some bad fighting games for PlayStation, so we'll have to see. But of course, I always post up my plans on my Twitter at Wurzel555. So give me 1 second here, and I'm going to set this up real fast. Make sure that's muted. I'm going to host over to the rest of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Turkey Day Marathon. So thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. And you guys have a good day, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I stream. If you don't know when that is, wherever you are in the world, type it into Google, and it will literally tell you what it is for your time, wherever you are. So see you guys tomorrow. Wrong one.